Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I am a lawyer, my name is Kelly, and here's my reaction to one of the juror who anonymously speak out. Let's review what one of the juries said earlier today to ABC anonymously, and there is a much more in the article, so I just going to review it for this purpose. Just the video clip.
This trial had the whole world watching and debating every question, every claim, and this morning we have exclusive insight into what the jury was thinking, and we agreed not to reveal his identity or juror number, so you won't see his face or hear his voice, but he revealed a lot about how these multi-million-dollar decisions were made. This morning, an ABC News exclusive, new details from the Johnny Depp Amber Heard defamation trial from a member of the jury. Says a lot of Amber's story didn't add up, and the majority of the jury felt she was more the aggressor.
Well, there was a lot of evidence.
Headbutted me square in the nose.
Here she goes.
Did I myself reach the point of striking Miss Heard?
Juries, Johnny Depp's testimony was consistent. As a lawyer, when we look at it, and there was a very difficult to pierce through or veils through for even a cross-examine when he was being cross-examined. The reason was because his evidence was consistent, also was in line with what the other evidence were. Even in the recording, there were so many of them. So the consistency adds to credibility here.
The juror, one of 5 men on the 7-person jury, said Heard's emotional testimony was not realistic.
I'm in love with my life.
Crying, the facial expressions that she had, the staring at the jury, all of us were...
We lawyers tell our witnesses try to look at if the trial is by judge alone, try to look at the judge or if judge and jury, and look at when you are giving your answers to look at the trials of facts. But whereas Amber did it over the top, she was consistently staring at them, asked questions, then she was just so. Amber's reaction was over the top, and that's why he's saying is they felt uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable. She would answer one question and she would be crying. 2 seconds later, she would turn ice cold. Some of us use the expression crocodile tears.
I didn't think he knew what he was doing. I don't know how.
She had no tears most of the time.
On Depp's side, a lot of the jury felt what he was saying at the end of the day was more believable.
Yeah,
Just
it was
seemed
consistent.
a little more real in terms of how he was responding to questions. His emotional state was very stable throughout.
It could begin with, throwing a TV remote at my head. It could be throwing a glass of wine in my face.
The juror said the revelation Heard had not donated her $7 million divorce settlement to charity was a fiasco for her.
You still haven't donated the $7 million divorce settlement to charity.
Incorrect. I pledged the entirety. I use pledge and donation synonymous with one another.
She goes on a...
It's unbelievable that Amber would expect the jury or anyone to believe pledge and using the word donation synonymously. She could more or less trapped herself. She was saying prior to that she going on the various TV shows and saying that that she has paid the money, and now ACLU witnesses came forward and say that she has not paid, and she had the money for 13 months. She did not pay before Johnny Depp sued her. But meanwhile, she was at the time going around and saying that she had paid. So the situation is this is where it's her credibility come into questions. If she would have come forward that she has not paid, that would be different. This is all goes towards her credibility, pledging and donating using the word synonymously. It just, I don't know what she was thinking, that anyone would believe that, but nevertheless, she did say that.
Talk show in the UK. The video shows her sitting there telling the host that she gave all that money away. The term she used in that video clip were, "I gave it away. I donated it. It's gone." The fact is, she didn't give much of it away at all. He also disputed Heard's attorney's claim the jury was influenced by social media.
Yes. First of all, these type, especially the Amber Heard's lawyer. Amber Heard is saying, making many statements, but when a lawyer is coming forward and saying that the jury may have looked at the social media, that is unfortunate, very disappointing, because she knows that every single day before the judge discharge the jury, remind them of their oath and not to look at any media or any social medias, and even they were 1 week off. So the jury has taken the oath. There was a court order. And secondly, just imagine that you're a juror, you're sitting from 9 o'clock, sometimes they came in and they left at 5:30. You have heard the evidence all day, when in your spare time, when you do go home exhausted and you wanting to look at the social media because they already have all the evidence, they have heard it themselves. That itself didn't make sense.
Saying, "We followed the evidence. Myself and at least 2 other
Just
jurors
follow the
don't
evidence.
use Twitter
Yes.
or Facebook. Others who had it made a point not to talk about it." He said, "Ultimately, what I think is truthful was that they were both abusive to each other. I don't think that makes either of them right or wrong. To rise to the level of what she was claiming, there wasn't enough or any."
Yeah, she was claiming SA as well as physical abuse. There was no evidence of physical abuse. So put forward by her, and that's what they are saying.
The evidence that really supported what she was saying. He added that he believed Johnny did not hit Amber. And he also
Yeah.
revealed that
Johnny
was
did not hit Amber. Yeah, that's
given no guidance on the amount of money that both stars were awarded. He said each juror threw out a number that they thought was fair. And notably about the attorneys, he said he thought Depp's team was sharp, while Heard's team had sharp elbows, meaning they were abrupt. They frequently
very
interrupted.
aggressive.
Now,
Yeah.
Heard, of course, does
Lawyers have to be careful when in terms of our own behavior or manners. We cannot come across too aggressive. Yes, so they're even making very interesting. They're even commenting on the lawyers, her lawyers.
was saying. He added that he believed Johnny did not hit Amber.
Yeah. So again, there was no evidence of Johnny ever physically hitting her.
And he also revealed the jury was given no guidance on the amount of money that both stars were awarded. He said each juror threw out a number that they thought was fair. And notably about the attorneys, he said he thought Depp's team was sharp, while Heard's team had sharp elbows, meaning they were abrupt.
Aggressive.
They frequently interrupted. Now, Heard, of course, does plan to appeal this, and Depp is about to be back in court with these same lawyers.
In the article, there's a much more what the juror has said, and I will be reviewing that in another video. And thank you for watching. Please subscribe and note what have you, but I really appreciate that. Thank you. Bye-bye. Until next video.